Welcome to the Meeple Bunker, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a unboxing of a brand new game that I just got called Islebound by Ryan Lockett, released by Red Raven Games. Islebound was a Kickstarter last year, I believe. It's in the same universe as Ryan Lockett and Red Raven Games are kind of synonymous. He is the publisher, designer, and artist for all these games. It's in the same universe as, I believe, Above and Below, which is also a successful Kickstarter that I just love. And I think it may also be in the same universe as his next game, which I think is called Far and Away, something like that. Anyways, I think that's a direct sequel to Above and Below. This one, or I think it's called Near and Far, actually. Sorry, Near and Far. Islebound is set in the same universe, and from what I understand, I think you can use the characters in this game in that game as well, and vice versa. I think that's set up the same way, or at least that'll be in the next game. But anyways, let's crack this thing open and get a look at it. As you can see, the cover artwork, as with all of his Red Raven games, great. You know, the artwork is beautiful. But let's see what's inside. This is the Kickstarter edition, so there'll be some Kickstarter things in here. But let's just pop it open. So the first thing we see here is we have the rule book, which is kind of bound up to look like a basically a book itself. And it's in full color. It's beautiful. This is really, I mean, he does top-notch games. I really like his games a lot. I'm not going to lie to you there. So there's the manual. Next thing we have are the player boards. So we have 4 player boards here. They are not double-sided, so it looks like you have the same setup for all 4 players. These are heavy-duty cardboard, and of course, again, the art is fantastic for these. Get a look at those bad boys. Next up, it looks like we have the chit sheets for the basically the map tiles. So these are going to come apart pretty easily. So this is one of the map tiles. It has a unique map shape, and the map tiles kind of all go together, and they form kind of a oddly shaped map. Anyways, we have all the money tokens on here, the workers. You have your resources, the lumber, the fish, and the books, which are the main resources in the game. We'll go ahead and set this one aside. Here is another one. Again, these are probably all going to come apart. But let's kind of do this one at a time as best as we can. There's another one. That's the map tile, I think, that goes with it. Just fell through to the next one. That should have been the map tile with the last one. And then we come to this one. So these are kind of the edge map tiles that kind of make the, the odd shape that works. I'll show you, flip it over to the back of the box later and kind of show you that. More workers, more resources, more map tiles. You can see some of the races from his previous games are in here as well. And then it looks like we have the main board that tracks the card and the resources and things like that. Probably a turn marker, those types of things. Let's take a look at the components. These light blue dice, which kind of go with the theme of the game, the seafaring theme of the game. They're engraved, so those are not printed on there. These are good quality, kind of normal but smallish size D6s. Next thing we have is we have some resource cubes here in various colors. These are wood, and they serve their purpose. So got those. These are the Kickstarter exclusives. So you actually, what you have here, and I'll open this up and go through this, are the replacements for some of those cardboard pieces. So the first one is, these are wooden, basically, blocks that are replacements for the wood tokens for those resources. Next thing you have in here is, you have little fish meeples. So these little fish meeples replace the fish tokens that are printed there. And then also, I didn't think we were actually getting this because I don't think we met the stretch goals, but we have the little wooden ship meeples that replace the ship tokens that are printed out there. These are pretty thick and chunky. I think this was a higher level stretch goal and we didn't quite meet it, but maybe there was an update that said that this was coming with it anyways. So anyways, there's that. Looks like we have some stands here for some player tokens. I'll move that outside. We have the cards for the game. I'll show some of those in a second. We have some of the cards for the people that you probably encounter throughout the game. And then some more cards here. Again, I'll show you these in just a second. And then we also have, this is also a Kickstarter exclusive, this is called Islebound Metropolis. This is a small card deck expansion to the game. I believe this will be sold separately, perhaps, in the stores. So if you're interested in this, and you pick this game up in the stores, realize you're not getting the premium wood bits, and you're not getting this in the box. So this just comes with the Kickstarter exclusive. And something very nice, which I appreciate when manufacturers, publishers do this, is we have a baggie full of good quality baggies. So when you punch out all these tokens over here, you have baggies already included to put those tokens in. It's a nice touch. I love when they do that because I don't have to hunt down my own baggies, or do worse, use a Ziploc bags or anything like that to get that. Okay, so I'm gonna take the cards out and let's get a look at those. Okay, here's a quick look at the cards. I just want to give you kind of a overview of the types of cards that you see in the game. So we have some player aids here. There's enough for each and every player. So that just gives you an idea of the player aids. And these are good, these are kind of a linen finish quality, I think is what this is called. So these are good quality cards. So you're not going to be disappointed in these. This one here, I don't want to show you what's on here. This is like an encounter card. There is text here that kind of gives a little bit of flavor. I'm not really sure if that'd be a spoiler if I showed it. So there is basically something called Sun's Rest, and I'm not going to show that. But I will show you these. These are the kind of the villages or the buildings that you can get a hold of throughout the game. So you have a tool shop here. Get you a look at that. You have this one. It's the, let's see if I can get this to focus in, the Sailors Guild. And as you can see, the art on these is all great, obviously. We have one here called the Serpent Breeders. And we have another one here called the Construction Yard. Let's see if it'll focus up. Maybe. It's the construction yard there. And then I think we also have the some of the monsters you'll encounter here, so I just wanted to show you. It looks like we have some green sea serpents. We have some red sea serpents. And then I think these little guys here are pirates, if I remember the game correctly. So some other guys that you'll encounter. Anyways, that's just kind of a smattering of the cards. I didn't want to go through all the cards, but I just want to show you, number one, the great artwork, the linen finish, the quality, the different sizes you'll get, kind of the mini type poker cards, and then the regular standard playing type size cards. Okay, so let's just kind of wrap this up, and I want to give you a look at the back of the box so you can kind of see what the map looks like too. So here's a quick view of the back of the box, and in it shows how those kind of odd-shaped map pieces, they all go together, so you can see there are the little corner pieces I was talking about. And I think these are all kind of interchangeable and movable, so you can have a different map the entire time. Kind of gives you a good showing of the components here. It's 2 to 4 players, ages 13 plus, about 90 minutes. Again, it is great. So let's take this away and wrap it up. So everybody, that is your unboxing for the Kickstarter edition of Islebound by Ryan Lockett and Red Raven Games. Superb quality. I can't wait to get it to the table and find out how it plays. We'll probably report back with a review once I've done that. In the meantime, Meeple Bunker out.